Subscription Box Kids, and happy Friday. Today, I want to talk to you guys about books. Is that a big surprise? Probably not. We run a subscription box for kids based on books and crafts and things. But today, I want to talk to you about something a little bit different. And this is kind of a parenting hack that I have stolen part of it from my best friend. So I'll get to that part here in a minute. But my kids, I don't know about your kids. So I have a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 6-year-old. And sometimes it is hard to get them to want to read. You may have the same struggle. Given the choice or opportunity to do pretty much anything else, they're not going to do it unless I make them. Or unless I make them think that it's their idea. So I'm just going to kind of give you some tips that I have learned that have helped me and my children to get them to read and to make it something that they want to do. One thing that we really had to do in our household during COVID, when we were home and doing virtual learning, all that, let's be honest, there was a lot of electronics going on in this household. And so we have created a schedule now that we're back in school. Back then, that was one of the only ways my kids were actually seeing their friends was through the computer, through the iPad. Now that that's changed a little bit, we're trying to limit the amount of electronics, not get rid of it completely, but we have a schedule when we get home from school. Electronics is not till 4:30, so we're not rushing through homework to get to go do electronics. It doesn't start till 4:30. You can do homework as fast as slow as you want, but you're not doing it till 4:30. Anyways, I digress. Back to the books. So a couple of things that I've done that has really helped to get my kids excited about reading. I'll say one is at nighttime, we put them to bed slightly earlier than what we really want them to go to sleep. And we tell them, hey, you can either go to sleep, or if you want to read a book in bed, you can read a book in bed. Now, during the summer, we pretty much let our kids stay up almost as late as they wanted to, as long as they were reading. We did eventually have to tell my oldest to go ahead and turn off the lights after several hours, which is great. If you're reading, by all means, stay up late during the summer. Obviously, during the school year, it's a little, read for 20 minutes and then the lights are out because we do have to get up at 6 something in the morning and nobody's going to get out of bed if we're staying up till midnight reading. So that was one of the things that we do. Bedtime a little bit earlier, but hey, if you want to read for 20 minutes, you can, or if you're tired and you want to go to sleep, that's fine. Usually my 6-year-old is too tired and he just goes to sleep, and that's fine. But my older two have really taken to reading books as long as we let them, if that's given their only option, either that or go to bed. So that is one trick that I have learned. Another trick that I have learned from my best friend is in our car, everyone runs errands and stuff, and my kids, they tag along. Or if we're going to basketball practice or we're going into piano, wherever, we keep a basket of books in the car. And so we make a regular trip to the library, and then we have books here at home. So I try to change them out every couple weeks or so. We just have a basket that I put in the middle of the car, and I don't even have to tell them. They usually just choose to get in the car and grab a book and start reading. And I try not to show my excitement too much because I don't want to jinx it, but it is very exciting to hear my children fighting over books. That is one thing I don't mind. If you're going to fight over who gets to read what book, I am totally okay with that. So having that basket of books in our car has been a game changer. We don't bring electronics in the car because obviously they're going to choose to watch the iPad if you give them, usually the choice. But if it's, hey, you can sit and look out the window, or there's a basket of 20 books that you can choose from and read. And I try to put a good mix. So I have a 9-year-old and then I have a 6-year-old, but sometimes my 9-year-old wants to read the picture books with not a whole lot of words, and that's totally fine. I do try to throw in a few books, and I'll show you one that we actually checked out from the library several weeks ago, but I found it at Goodwill the other day, and my kids loved it so much that I had to buy it. And that one is, let's see if I can find it. It's kind of gross. It's got a gross title, but where can I put it? My kids may have taken it already. It's called Why is Snot Green? And it has all these other like random questions that you just learn like random facts, and they love it. So I try to put books like that in there too, just to give it like a good mix. So storybooks, I put a couple chapter books in there, but also like a couple like information books because they're learning, but don't tell them that. So let them read at nighttime before they go to bed and make it a choice. And then also having a basket of books in the car has been great for us. And then we usually, I'm a little ridiculous. So we go to the library every few weeks. I wait till I get your books are late notice. And then I'm like, we gotta go to the library. Because the problem is that sorry, my dog is right here if you see him. So each of us have a library card. So I have a library card. My daughter has a library card. Both my sons have a library. So there's 4 library cards. At our public library, each person can check out like 30 items. So, 4 times 30 adds up. And I can't carry that much. And I don't want to bring like a wagon into the library. So I usually bring a crate. I have a crate, at least one crate. And we park ourselves at a table in the library, and then everyone just kind of disperses, and I let them pick out 10. I say you can pick out 10 books because I physically cannot carry more than that. And so then each kid picks out 10 books, and then I pick out some books that I think would be a good fit for them that maybe they wouldn't pick out on their own, but usually they like those books. I find some that I'm like, this might be like a good bedtime story. So we usually take a big bag of a big basket and fill it up. Bear can't wait. I picked this one out. So I think my kids are actually really going to like that one. So we bring a big basket and then usually another bag or basket to throw all of our books in. We leave with like at least 40 or 50 books every time. We're a bit of a spectacle, but gives my kids options, and they're super excited about getting to go. And it's like shopping, but it's free. And the nice thing, not all libraries do this. The nice thing about our library is that they do not charge a late fee. We just turned in 2 books from like March. It's September right now. They were hiding in my daughter's room, but they did not charge me because we did find them. So that's the nice thing. If you find them and bring them back, you don't have to pay a late fee. If not, we would probably owe hundreds of dollars in late fees because we're just not super great at returning things to the library. So we've got our baskets. Each kid picks books they want. Sometimes they pick books. I'm like, why? But it's fine. I don't know. Maybe they're just feeling like chocolatey. But then there's, who doesn't love a cute story with a hippo on it? So personally, I think it's great to have. We have a ridiculous amount of books in our house. That's one of the things I love about Little Readers Book Club is because you are building your library every month. And I think that's super important to do to give kids options and get them excited about reading. So that's our basket from the library. Also, I was super excited because after church the other day, we went and stopped in at Subway. And Subway is in walking distance to Goodwill. And sometimes I just like to pop in because I like to shop and I just want to see what cool stuff they have. And I've never actually, I don't think it's ever occurred to me to look in the book section. I don't know. I go there and look for like furniture or like cool gadgets. I don't know. But we stopped in the book section this time and we told each kid, okay, you can buy 1 book. Yay, we get to buy a book. Okay, well, I left with like 20 because I picked out a ton of books and I was super excited about them. So like, look at all these, and they're like 99 cents. Bad Pets on the Loose. It's a chapter book. Fun. How fun is that? We still input, I don't know. $2. You can't go wrong with $2. And then there's, look, I've actually never read this book. I got it for my kids, but I think I might read it. I heard it's really sad. I'll probably be crying, but Where the Red Fern Grows, 99 cents for these classic books. Old Yeller, 99 cents. What? So I got a little excited when we were there. Oh, this one I got because my kid, I love them to learn things. Big Questions and Answers, of course. Okay, this one was $3, but it is like a gigantic. Why is a buffalo also a bison? Why do some fish travel in schools? Why do fish have fins? Where do butterflies come from? How can the wind help people? Why does the wind blow? Questions that you may ponder sometimes. So this is a fun one. I'm probably gonna stick this in my car because this isn't like a great bedtime story, but like when the kids are bored in the car and want to like read. What are some kinds of sailboats? Great question. Why are subways called subways? I don't know. Why do people hiccup? Why do people yawn? That's a good one. That was only $3 at Goodwill. So anyways, I won't show you every single book I got, but like, look at that. I get a little excited about books. Oh, these I got because in first grade, or I think I do kindergarten. We're in Texas. If you're not in Texas, you probably don't care about this book. But here's the Texas alphabet I got for one of the kids' teachers. The pigeon book. The pigeon has to go to school. I love the pigeon in Mo Willems. $2. Can't go wrong with that. Where the wild things are. What? Happy birthday to you. Okay, I digress. Anyways, these are from Goodwill, and I was super excited to find all of them because I love books. So those are some tips and tricks. I am no expert. I have 3 kids. They're all alive still. I haven't messed them up too bad yet, I don't think. Maybe I have. We'll find out when, they hit middle school. But some parenting advice, if you want to get your kids interested in books, here's a few ways to do it. So trips to the library, do it. Yes, it's free. Why not? Have a box or bag or basket of books in your car because your kids might get bored enough to pick one up and read it. And make reading optional as like a fun option instead of going to bed at night. Give them a little extra time to pick up a book, read it. So that's all I have today. I'm super excited about some of these books. I'm going to go look through them later. And then I do have to preview some books that we got from the teen section of the library. It's like 5th grade reading level. I don't know, Five Nights at Freddy. It looks a little scary. I'm going to do my due diligence before handing it over to my 9-year-old and make sure there's nothing inappropriate or weird or scary before we just go at it, because my 7-year-old also feels inspired to read that book too. They were fighting over in the library. So I'm going to go do that, preview some books. Hopefully some of these tips and tricks helped, and maybe you can implement some. At least take a trip to the library. That's always fun and free. Can't go wrong with that. Also, fun fact, our library next week is having, it's called like Library Con. We're going. Sounds fun. I think there's going to be costumes and tables and stuff to do. And best of all, it's free. So check out your library. Check out the fun stuff that they have going on throughout the year and stuff. So thanks for tuning in, and go read a book.